Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Yo, man, I'm fresh back in the city, man. I spent the weekend change in LA, and usually I'm pretty ecstatic to get home, to get back to my Xbox and then my own home, but my energy is off, man. I did not want to leave. Like, I'm strongly contemplating moving out there one day. So, but yeah, man, let's get to it, man. While I was out there, I was able to catch the fight with my in-laws, the Teofimo and KAMBOSOS fight, man. Shout out to George KAMBOSOS on a brilliant performance and delivering the biggest slice of humble pie one can ask for. Shout out to you for that, man. Teofimo got real, him and his pops, they were overtly arrogant, and he came out arrogant. He came out, you can tell it's gonna be a fast night, and you can predicting like a second round knockout or whatever. He came out there overly aggressive, and he was winning the first round. And George KAMBOSOS just kept throwing that right hand, and sure enough, he caught him right over the top and put him on his pockets and stole the round back. Teofimo got back in a little bit of a rhythm in the second round, but from 3 to like 9, it was all George KAMBOSOS. He worked the jab. He operated really well off the jab. I just didn't. One thing I didn't like. I mean, one thing is when you watch the fight on TV, it's different from actually being in the ring, because you know the punches are. It'll sound like the punches landing, but it's just them breathing with the, you know, when they snap the shot, and maybe it's them catching the tail end. Catching them with the tail end of the shot, as opposed to actual, you know, catching the shot in the middle of the shot. Because a lot of the shots that he was hitting, the jabs that he was hitting with George KAMBOSOS from this on, when you watch it on TV, it looked like he was getting hit, but you know, you look at the replay, he's rolling him. He's rolling him. He's stepping back off of him and taking the sting off of him slightly. So the impact of the shot isn't as, it isn't as big. But he was doing, that real well. I'm like, man, get your hands up, get your hands up, get your hands up. And every time he out jabbed Teofimo. He out jabbed him, he outworked him, he beat him in the exchanges, man. He just really, he kept him off balance, man. He countered him coming in. Teofimo was looking real apprehensive on the, when it was time to advance. He was looking real apprehensive. Like, you can see his wheels spinning. And he knew, all right, man, I have to make some adjustments. But, old habits die hard. And his performance isn't, I wouldn't equate that to, bad habits. But when you're stuck, it's like, all right, man, when you play video games and when you play 2K, you like, I know I'm better than this dude. I can beat this dude. So I'm going to just keep, I'm going to keep going against my greater judgment, because I'm just that much better than where I can do that and win. It was one of those type of moments. It was one of those type of moments. And it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. We didn't see, I think Teofimo has the best catch and shoot counter game in the business. We ain't see none of that, man. He didn't bait him into an exchange and catch him opening up off a catch and shoot. He didn't do none of that. He willingly went into an exchange and got beat up. KAMBOSOS, and this isn't a shot at KAMBOSOS neither, because at this point KAMBOSOS is a respected lightweight. He's very much so respectful, man. And for all you American ass niggas, y'all need to really pay homage to what goes on overseas. Stop that bullshit Euro bum shit. Stop all that because they speak English with a thick accent that's, that isn't of American, a vernacular, then they automatically sweep. Stop thinking because they speak Russian and Romanian and Hungarian and German and whatever language is over there, Albanian. Stop thinking because they come from these lands that they sweep. George KAMBOSOS went in there and put on a spectacular performance. He clearly dominated Teofimo, even though it was a tough fight. It was a tough fight as far as, how both of them ended up looking. Both of them was cut over the eye. Teofimo got dominated. I don't fuck with nobody say. He got his ass beat. He thought he was going to go in there and crash this man, and he got crashed. He operated well off of the jab, lateral movement, man, and the exchanges, because he told him, man, if you want to exchange, we can do that. We can do that. And he went into the exchanges and just banged out with him. Every time Teofimo hit him back hard. twice. You know what I'm saying? That made Teofimo a lot more gun shy and respecting of his ability and of his power. His jab, he operated really well off of the jab. I did not like how low he kept his hands. I just, you know, that's just the thing now. I mean, like I've explained it before, man. It's a lot easier on the arms to keep your arms low, somewhat in the Philly. You know, even though that wasn't the best Philly, but you know, people's arms, they're low. They're relying on their reflexes to get out of the way of the shot. With him, it's not even shoulder rolling. It's just, all right, I gotta preserve the, you know, the energy in my arms. This is my only, you know, these are my defense mechanisms. You know, these are my weapons. So I gotta preserve them. So I didn't like that, man. But he did an impeccable job, man. He did an impeccable job, and like I said, man, Teofimo won the 9th and dropped him, got a knockdown in the 10th, and lost the next 2 rounds. He just got outworked. He got outworked. That wasn't even he wasn't even trying to be methodical in there, man. He went in there high off of that Lomachenko win, because, you know, and like I explained before, he beat Lomachenko because Lomachenko went due to inactivity in the fight, of course, due to inactivity and him you know, he respected him. Let me drain this dude's energy a little bit and then step on the gas later on in the fight, and it almost worked. I personally had it a draw, but I won't argue anybody that Lomachenko won that fight, but I did have it a draw, and I will make an argument that he did draw with Teofimo Lopez. But he went in high off of that fight. He didn't outbox Lomachenko. He didn't walk him into traps. He didn't out counter him. No, he was just first. And a lot of the shots that he was hitting Lomachenko with was getting caught on the glove and on the arms. So he went in there overly arrogant. And now we see what the fuck happened in the long run. And then you know, the sweetener of it. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Deontay Wilder fan, man, but y'all niggas is one and the same, bro. Like, how the fuck you gonna sit here and talk about him? You called that man all type of bitches, stop crying like a little bitch and all that, yada yada yada, just for you to interrupt KAMBOSOS interview and talk about I won the fight 10-2. Like, what type of time is you and your pops on, man? What type, like, y'all, you know, y'all deserve to be, you deserve to be named after that man. He talking about I should have did this. Motherfucker, you not in the ring. And what kind of coach doesn't give sound advice talking about going here and knock him out, bro? Knock him out. Knock him out, bro. What kind of advice is that? What are you talking about? This dude is getting clearly outboxed. He's flustered. And you talking about going here and knock him out. Like, as if he couldn't, if he could have did that, he would have did it out the gate. He'd have did it in the first round, because that's what he intended to come out to do. You talking about good job, bro, in rounds that he clearly lost in. What type of trainer are you, dog? You are Danny Garcia, or Angel Garcia 2.0. At least Angel smacked Danny when he, who was it? Was it against I can't remember who. I don't know. Was it against Lucas Matisse? It was one of the cats, but he smacked him. Like, what are you doing? And you talking about good job, man? Like, hell no. And for you to sit here and talk all that bullshit you talked about Wilder, did you, you know, accuse him of a murder plot and a conspiracy theory? No, you didn't. But y'all did one. Y'all displayed poor sportsman-like conduct. And I'm not, you'd have been better off for just walking out of the ring. You're gonna interrupt this man interview, talking about you won 10-2. Your pop's talking about, yeah, we got that. The crowd know we won. You know, we dictated the pace. Since when? Entering a few, you know, initiating exchanges a few times in the match, that doesn't equate to dictating the pace. What are you talking about? Teofimo showed no jab. He didn't want to set up any shot. He didn't want to set up anything. He just wanted to go in there and get him out. KAMBOSOS kept that man off balance, operated well off the jab. He moved. He commanded mid-ring. He controlled the middle of the ring. He controlled it. He controlled the middle of the ring. You didn't see him straddle the rope, none of that shit. He held mid-ring like a ball. That's ring generalship right there, man. There's no argument that Teofimo can make that he won that fight. for you to go over and for you to, you know, do this shit after you done talked all that brazy shit about Deontay Wilder, that's some sucker shit. You blaming Eddie Hearn, you know, your pops blaming Eddie Hearn. It's like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, how the fuck is it? As if Eddie Hearn isn't trying to set up a fight with you and fucking Devin Haney. Are you kidding me right now? Like, you dudes is a trip, man. And this, like, y'all have went, y'all, you know, you taking pictures with Canelo Alvarez, you know. Oh yeah, like you undisputed or something, fam. Lomachenko was not undisputed. He was not undisputed, bro. The fuck is you talking about? He forfeited that belt to Devin Haney. It is what it is. On taking pictures with Canelo Alvarez as if y'all are of similar stature. No, y'all are not. Like, y'all niggas gotta, you motherfuckers is delusional, man. For you to talk that bullshit after about Wilder, and you turn around and do this shit, that's some, bro. Corn ball. You are a ball of fucking elote. That's what you are. Fuck out of here, bro. You can't even take the loss. How dare you sit here and talk about Deontay Wilder and then do that shit? You got me fucked up. You ain't your pops. I'm glad you motherfuckers lost, bro. Straight up and down. You already know how I'm rocking with you. You Spanish-speaking ass motherfuckers talking that nigga shit after I knocked this nigga out. I forgot about none of that shit, bro. I forgot about none of that shit. And I'm overjoyed you got crashed, too. All praises due to Allah, the Most High, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him. All praises to that man or woman. Fuck out of here, man. I'm overjoyed right now, man. I'm going to get my pizza, man. Peace.